In a world of oversharing, it's surprising that some famous figures choose simplicity in death, opting for unmarked graves. Join us as we explore the intriguing reasons behind this choice. No marker, no headstone, just hidden tales. On number 10 is Peter Pan. Bobby Driscoll, the once cherubic face behind Peter Pan, stood at the forefront of Hollywood's golden era as one of its original child actors. His journey, however, veered far from the enchanting fairy tales he once brought to life on the silver screen. The arc of his life, marked by early stardom, abandonment by the studios, a descent into drugs and crime, and a tragic demise in obscurity, paints a somber portrait of the darker side of fame. Born in 1937, Bobby Driscoll swiftly ascended the ranks of Hollywood's child stars, leaving an indelible mark with his talent and charm. Voicing the beloved character of Peter Pan endeared him to audiences, and his performances in classics like Treasure Island and The Window solidified his place among the industry's rising stars. Yet, as with many child actors, the perils of growing up in the spotlight awaited Driscoll as he entered adolescence. Puberty, with its skin-altering and voice-maturing effects, proved to be a formidable adversary for Driscoll's career. Studios, notorious for their fickleness, dropped him without hesitation, a pattern all too familiar in the annals of Hollywood. Left without the protective cocoon of stardom, Driscoll faced the harsh realities of adulthood with no clear path forward. Struggling to find his footing in a world that had once adored him, Driscoll turned to darker avenues. The allure of drugs and criminal activities became a refuge, a misguided attempt to cope with the abrupt loss of fame and adulation. The promising child actor descended into a tumultuous adulthood marked by addiction and legal troubles, far removed from the idyllic roles that had defined his early years. The denouement of Bobby Driscoll's life unfolded in a bleak corner of New York City. At the age of 31, he was discovered dead inside an abandoned apartment. The autopsy revealed the devastating toll of years of drug abuse, as catastrophic heart failure claimed the once vibrant young star. The very industry that had propelled him into the limelight had, in turn, cast him aside, leaving him to grapple with the demons of his own making. In a tragic twist, Driscoll's demise led to an ignoble end. Lacking proper identification, officials consigned him to an unmarked pauper's grave, a stark reminder of the anonymity that can engulf even the most celebrated of talents. The grave, void of any commemoration, echoed the silence that had enveloped Driscoll in his final years. The heart-wrenching coda to this tale lies in the quest of a grieving mother. A year after Bobby Driscoll's death, his mother, undoubtedly haunted by the echoes of her son's laughter from his cinematic glory days, embarked on a search to find him. The lack of information regarding his burial site compelled her to unravel the truth, and through the cold mechanism of fingerprints collected before his interment, she learned of her son's demise. Bobby Driscoll's life and death epitomized the pitfalls of early stardom and the unforgiving nature of an industry that often forgets its youngest stars once they outgrow their roles. His trajectory, from the pinnacle of childhood fame to the depths of obscurity, serves as a stark cautionary tale. The unmarked pauper's grave that now shelters him is a poignant symbol of the fragility of celebrity and the profound consequences of a society that venerates its stars, but often neglects their well-being. In the shadow of Peter Pan's eternal youth, Bobby Driscoll found a tragically premature end. His journey, though marred by adversity, stands as a testament to the complex interplay between fame, personal struggles, and the relentless passage of time. In the narrative of Hollywood's fallen stars, Driscoll's story remains a poignant reminder of the vulnerability that accompanies the sparkle of childhood stardom. On number 09 is Richard Trevithick. Richard Trevithick, an engineering luminary of the 18th and 19th centuries, left an indelible mark on the world with his groundbreaking contributions to the realm of transportation. Born in Cornwall, England in 1771, Trevithick's legacy is most prominently etched in the annals of history as the pioneer behind the construction of the very first steam locomotive. Trevithick's journey into mechanical engineering began at a time when the world was on the cusp of transformation, transitioning from reliance on traditional modes of transportation to the dawn of the industrial age. His ingenuity and inventive spirit propelled him to the forefront of technological innovation, and he soon became a figure synonymous with the burgeoning field of steam-powered locomotion. In transportation circles, Trevithick's name became synonymous with the steam locomotive, a revolutionary invention that would alter the course of human mobility. His creation represented a monumental leap forward in the capacity to traverse vast distances, setting the stage for the evolution of railway systems that would connect cities, regions, and nations. However, despite his engineering brilliance, Trevithick faced the perennial challenge that has befallen many visionaries throughout history, translating inventive genius into financial success. His entrepreneurial ventures were marred by a series of foolhardy decisions that proved detrimental to his financial standing, while others capitalized on his ideas and turned them into profitable enterprises. Trevithick found himself grappling with the harsh realities of fiscal failure. By the time of his death in 1833, Richard Trevithick, the trailblazer of steam locomotion, had succumbed to a fate that befell many innovators ahead of their time. He died virtually penniless at age of 62. The financial hardships he endured in the wake of unsuccessful business ventures left him destitute, a stark contrast to the monumental impact his inventions would have on future generations. In a poignant twist of fate, Trevithick's final resting place mirrored the financial struggles that characterized the latter part of his life. His unmarked grave, the somber site where he was laid to rest, became a metaphor for the unsung heroism of innovators whose brilliance often outshines the recognition they receive in their lifetimes. The unmarked grave of Richard Trevithick, nestled in the quiet embrace of time, stands as a testament to the complexities of genius in the face of financial adversity. While the world reaped the benefits of his pioneering work in transportation, the man himself faced the ultimate irony of an uncelebrated burial. The absence of a marked grave serves as a poignant reminder that, for all the triumphs of ingenuity, the shadows of financial misfortune can cast a long and enduring pall. Yet, despite the unmarked nature of his final resting place, Richard Trevithick's legacy endures in the steel arteries of the modern world. The whirring of locomotives and the interconnected web of railways that crisscross the globe pay silent homage to the brilliant mind that set the wheels of progress in motion. In commemorating the life and contributions of Richard Trevithick, one is compelled to reflect not only on the inventive genius that reshaped transportation, but also on the often overlooked challenges faced by visionaries navigating the turbulent waters of entrepreneurship. The unmarked grave, silent and unassuming, carries within it the echoes of an era when the world pivoted on the cusp of innovation, and one man's brilliance set the stage for a revolution in locomotion. On number 08 is Mary Dyer. Mary Dyer, though not a household name in the current celebrity sense, stands as a revered figure in the realm of religious freedom, a rock star in a world defined by convictions and the relentless pursuit of liberty. Born in the 17th century, Dyer's life became entwined with the struggle for religious autonomy, an endeavor that ultimately cost her life, but laid the foundation for broader freedoms. Dyer's sin, in the eyes of the Puritan establishment, was her conversion from Puritanism to Quakerism. The Quaker belief that individuals could communicate directly with God, without the need for clerical intermediaries, struck at the heart of established authority. In the 1600s, this defiance threatened the power of the church leaders who governed the Massachusetts Bay Colony. Quakers were banned from residing in Massachusetts, prompting Dyer to seek refuge in Rhode Island. However, Dyer's commitment to her beliefs went beyond self-preservation. She returned to Boston to support two friends who were imprisoned for their Quaker convictions. In a time when religious dissent was met with severe consequences, Dyer's actions were bold and defiant. Alongside her friends, she faced a death sentence, only to be reprieved and banished. Yet, Dyer's resolve for religious freedom knew no bounds. Defying the odds, she returned to Boston once more, determined to amplify her voice in support of a cause she held dear. The consequences were dire. On June 1, 1660, Mary Dyer was hanged on Boston Common, a public execution that sought to quell the flames of religious nonconformity. He was 46 years old. Her unmarked grave, a poignant testament to the sacrifices made for religious freedom, became a symbol of resilience in the face of oppression. Some accounts suggest that her body was taken to the family farm, carrying with it the weight of a legacy that would endure beyond her mortal coil. Remorse over Dyer's unnecessary execution, fueled by the broader outcry against anti-Quaker laws, catalyzed change. The tragic episode led to a lessening of anti-Quaker laws and, in a historic turn, paved the way for the Rhode Island Royal Charter of 1663. This landmark document legally granted freedom of religion, a profound shift that echoed the principles for which Dyer had valiantly fought. In contemporary times, a statue of Mary Dyer stands proudly in Boston Common, the very site where her life met its poignant end. The statue serves as a tangible reminder of the woman who, centuries ago, confronted the oppressive forces of religious intolerance. Her presence in the heart of Boston, a city that once witnessed her martyrdom, reflects the enduring legacy of her commitment to the principles of religious freedom. Mary Dyer's life and sacrifice transcend the confines of her time, resonating with those who cherish the ideals of religious autonomy and the right to express one's beliefs without fear of persecution. In her defiance, Dyer became a beacon for future generations, a symbol of unwavering commitment to principles that would eventually shake the foundations of modern liberties. The tale of Mary Dyer underscores the transformative power of individual conviction in the face of tyranny. From her unmarked grave to the statue that now stands in her honor, Dyer's journey reflects the enduring struggle for freedom and the profound impact that one person's steadfast commitment can have on the course of history. Her story stands as a testament to the enduring pursuit of religious freedom, a beacon that continues to illuminate the path towards a more just and tolerant world. On number 07 is George C. Scott. George C. Scott, a towering figure in the world of cinema, left an indelible mark on the silver screen with his powerful performances and an illustrious career that spanned decades. While his professional accomplishments were vast, respected, and ultra-successful, his posthumous legacy stands as a study in understated finality. Scott's cinematic journey included iconic roles in acclaimed films such as Dr. Strangelove and The Hustler. However, he is perhaps best remembered for his portrayal of the legendary General George S. Patton in the eponymous film. Despite his undeniable talent and critical acclaim, Scott's relationship with the Hollywood awards establishment was marked by a notable act of defiance. In a moment that reverberated through the industry, Scott famously rejected an Academy Award for his role in Patton. His disdain for the awards process and his belief that acting should not be a competitive sport led him to decline the prestigious accolade. This bold move underscored Scott's commitment to his craft, independent of external validation, and solidified his reputation as a maverick in the often politicized world of Hollywood recognition. The climax of Scott's illustrious career did not foreshadow a quiet retirement. Instead, he continued to contribute to film and television, leaving an enduring impact on the medium. However, when the final curtain fell on the life of this cinematic giant in 1999, the manner of his interment revealed a marked departure from the grandiosity often associated with Hollywood legends. Scott suffered a series of heart attacks in the 1980s. He died on September 22, 1999, aged 71, of a ruptured abdominal aortic aneurysm. George C. Scott was laid to rest in Westwood Memorial Park, an iconic cemetery nestled in the heart of Los Angeles. However, his chosen plot was distinctly unmarked, eschewing the conventional trappings of celebrity burials. In death, as in life, Scott seemed to defy the expectations of a lavish final resting place, opting for a quiet anonymity in death. This unmarked plot, a mere stone's throw from fellow anonymous grave dwellers Roy Orbison and Frank Zappa, becomes a poignant symbol of Scott's departure from the spotlight. It stands in stark contrast to the larger-than-life characters he portrayed on screen and reflects a humility that permeated his personal choices, even in death. The decision to rest in an unmarked grave raises questions about Scott's motivations. Was it a deliberate act of rebellion against the ostentation often associated with Hollywood funerals? Or perhaps a desire for privacy and simplicity in his final repose? Whatever the reasons, the unmarked plot echoes the understated elegance that defines Scott's approach to his craft and his public persona. In examining Scott's unmarked grave, one cannot help but draw comparisons to his rejection of the Academy Award, a consistent thread of resistance against the conventional expectations of a Hollywood luminary. His choice in death, like his refusal of the Oscar, speaks to a deeper philosophy about the essence of acting and the nature of celebrity. Westwood Memorial Park, where Scott's unmarked plot is located, has become a unique tapestry of Hollywood history. In its serene grounds, stars like Marilyn Monroe and Dean Martin rest alongside those who chose anonymity in death. Scott's decision to join this cohort of anonymous grave dwellers, despite his towering legacy, adds a layer of nuance to the narrative of celebrity mortality. The unmarked plot in Westwood Memorial Park becomes a metaphorical canvas, inviting reflection on the nature of fame, the choices artists make, and the legacies they leave behind. In death, George C. Scott's understated resting place challenges the conventional narratives of Hollywood stardom, asserting that a legacy need not be etched in stone to be enduring. As admirers and cinephiles visit the hallowed grounds of Westwood Memorial Park, Scott's unmarked plot serves as a silent testament to the man who rejected the spotlight even in death. It invites contemplation on the transience of fame and the enduring power of a body of work that transcends the need for grandeur in its final resting place. In the quietude of anonymity, George C. Scott's unmarked grave speaks volumes about the complexities of celebrity, artistry, and the profound choices that shape both life and legacy. On number 06 is Fred Gwynne. The final resting place of actor Fred Gwynne, nestled in an unmarked plot at Sandy Mount United Methodist Cemetery in Maryland, remains shrouded in mystery. Gwynne, known for his distinctive roles and versatile talents, passed away on July 2, 1993 at age of 66, after a battle with pancreatic cancer, although his face might not be immediately recognizable without the iconic Herman Munster makeup. Gwynne's contributions to the world of entertainment were extensive and cherished. While many remember him as the towering patriarch of the Munsters or the exasperated judge in My Cousin Vinny, Gwynne's body of work encompassed a wide range of critically acclaimed films and beloved television shows. His comedic prowess was on full display in Car 54, Where Are You?, where he played Officer Francis Muldoon, showcasing his ability to bring humor to audiences. Beyond the realm of acting, Gwynne was a polymath, showcasing his talents as a highly regarded painter and sculptor. His artistic inclinations extended to the realm of literature, where he ventured into children's book authorship, leaving behind a legacy that transcends the confines of the screen. The enigma of Gwynne's unmarked grave adds a layer of intrigue to his story, prompting speculation about the reasons behind this choice. Regardless of the mystery surrounding his final resting place, Fred Gwynne's impact on the entertainment industry endures, and his multifaceted talents as an actor, artist, and author continue to resonate with audiences who'd fondly remember the humor and creativity he brought to the world. On number 05 is Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, a musical prodigy and one of the greatest composers in history, left an indelible mark on the world of classical music. His compositions, ranging from symphonies to operas, have endured for more than 2 centuries, captivating audiences and musicians alike. Despite his profound impact on the world of music, Mozart's life was tragically short-lived, with his demise occurring at the tender age of 35 in 1791, likely due to rheumatic fever. In death, Mozart's final resting place reflects the societal norms and class distinctions of his era. He was laid to rest in an unmarked grave in St. Mark's Cemetery near Vienna. During the 18th century, a period marked by rigid social hierarchies, only the upper echelon of society was afforded the privilege of a marked grave. Mozart, despite his undeniable fame as a composer and performer, found himself interred in the company of others in an unadorned resting place. As the years passed, Mozart's legacy endured, his compositions becoming timeless classics celebrated across the globe. In the mid-19th century, recognizing the cultural significance of Mozart's contributions to music, a monument was erected over the spot where he was thought to have been buried in St. Mark's Cemetery. This monument served as a symbolic recognition of his impact, standing as a testament to the enduring power of his compositions. However, the story of Mozart's memorialization did not end there. In a poignant move that mirrored the migration of his music through time, the monument was later relocated to a designated space for honored musicians in another cemetery. This relocation underscored the collective acknowledgement of Mozart's unparalleled influence on the world of classical music. Today, those seeking to connect with the essence of Mozart's legacy can visit St. Mark's Cemetery and witness another memorial at the alleged spot of his interment. The memorial features an angel statue gazing at a broken column, bearing Mozart's name engraved upon it. This symbolic representation encapsulates the ethereal nature of Mozart's music, immortalizing him not only as a historical figure, but as a timeless presence in the world of composition. The unmarked grave, the subsequent monument, and the relocated memorial collectively narrate the evolving story of how society, over the centuries, has grappled with preserving the memory of a musical genius. Mozart's unadorned resting place, representative of a bygone era's class distinctions, now stands in contrast to the adorned memorials that pay homage to his enduring influence on the world of music. Mozart's music, with its intricate melodies and timeless beauty, transcends the physical confines of grave markers and monuments. The unmarked grave, while reflective of historical social norms, serves as a reminder that true artistic brilliance can surpass the limitations imposed by societal structures. Mozart's compositions, still cherished and performed worldwide, are the ultimate testament to the enduring power of creativity. In retracing Mozart's posthumous journey from an unmarked grave to a monument and a relocated memorial, one witnesses the evolving ways in which society grapples with preserving the legacy of artistic visionaries. The unadorned resting place, once a reflection of societal distinctions, now exists in harmony with the monuments and memorials that celebrate Mozart's eternal contribution to the world of classical music. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's story, while tinged with the brevity of his life, is a testament to the enduring resonance of artistic brilliance. His unmarked grave, far from being a forgotten corner of history, stands as a poignant symbol of the enduring power of music and the timeless legacy of a composer whose melodies continue to captivate the hearts and minds of generations. On number 04 is John Wayne. John Wayne, the epitome of the rugged man's man, with his rough Wild West appeal, remains an enduring icon of American cinema. The actor was born Marion Morrison on May 26, 1907, in Winterset, Iowa, and moved as a child to Glendale, California. When it came time to choose a final resting place for the Oscar-winning actor, his family opted for a no-frills burial, seemingly in harmony with his tough on-screen persona. However, the decision to place John Wayne in an unmarked grave was not solely a nod to his tough image. It was a deliberate choice made by his loved ones to prevent his burial site from transforming into an ostentatious shrine, a fate often befalling pop culture figure. The Wayne family's concern extended beyond preserving the Duke's humility. They sought to show respect for the other permanent residents of Pacific View Memorial Park in Orange County, California. On June 11, 1979, John Wayne died at age 72 after battling cancer for more than a decade. His unassuming marker stands as a modest acknowledgement of the man who became the world's most famous cowboy. Visitors to Pacific View are encouraged to pay their respects to John Wayne with a sense of decorum, honoring the family's wish to maintain a degree of solemnity around his final resting place. The decision to keep his grave unmarked speaks volumes about the Wayne family's commitment to preserving the integrity of the cemetery and avoiding the excesses often associated with celebrity memorials. In life and death, John Wayne's legacy endures not just on the silver screen, but in the modest bronze plaque that marks his place among the permanent residents of Pacific View Memorial Park. On number 03 is Bessie Smith. Bessie Smith, a luminary in the realm of blues during the early 20th century, left an indelible mark on the genre with her soulful vocals and dynamic performances. Despite her prominence in the vaudeville blues scene and collaborations with legends like Louis Armstrong and Charlie Green, Smith's career faced obstacles, particularly due to her ongoing battle with alcoholism. Tragically, just as she stood on the brink of a potential comeback, her life was cut short in a car crash in 1937. She was about 43 years old. Smith's passing drew an outpouring of grief from thousands of adoring fans who attended her funeral. However, a poignant aspect of her posthumous narrative lies in the absence of a headstone at her gravesite. Contrary to assumptions that financial hardship led to this omission, rumors suggest a different motivation. According to Steve Salter, president of the Killer Blues Headstone Project, the reason behind the unmarked grave was not poverty, but rather a decision by Smith's husband not to allocate funds for a headstone. Decades later, Bessie Smith would find posthumous recognition through the admiration of another influential untroubled female artist, Janis Joplin. Joplin, a powerhouse in the 1960s music scene and one of the most important female singers of her time, was deeply moved by Smith's brand of blues. Recognizing the oversight at Smith's resting place, Joplin took it upon herself to rectify the situation. In 1970, Joplin commissioned a headstone for Bessie Smith's unmarked grave, a gesture of love and homage from one legendary singer to another. The act transcended the temporal boundaries that separated their careers, linking them in a shared narrative of female empowerment and musical brilliance. Joplin's appreciation for Smith's contributions to blues underscored the enduring impact of Smith's legacy, even as years had passed since her untimely demise. Tragically, the parallel between these two remarkable women extends beyond their mutual admiration. Just a short time after commissioning the headstone for Bessie Smith, Janis Joplin's life was cut short by a heroin overdose. The poetic connection between these two blues icons, both marked by brilliance and tragedy, resonates in the shared fate of untimely deaths and the enduring echoes of their influence on the music world. Bessie Smith's unmarked grave, once a silent testament to the complexities of her life and the oversight of her burial, became the recipient of a belated tribute through Janis Joplin's heartfelt gesture. The headstone commissioned by Joplin serves not only as a marker for Smith's final resting place, but also as a symbol of the interconnectedness of musical legacies across generations. In the rich tapestry of blues history, the story of Bessie Smith and Janis Joplin stands as a testament to the cyclical nature of influence and inspiration. Smith's impact on Joplin transcended the boundaries of time and circumstance, leading to a symbolic reunion through the commissioning of a headstone. Their shared narrative, interwoven with triumphs and tragedies, adds a poignant layer to the broader legacy of blues music and the remarkable women who have shaped its trajectory. On number 02 is John Belushi. John Belushi, the iconic Saturday Night Live comedian and movie star, left an indelible mark on comedy and entertainment. However, the mystery surrounding his final resting place adds a layer of intrigue to his legacy. While fans can visit a headstone bearing Belushi's name, the actual location of his body remains known only to a treasured few. In a parallel to the concerns of John Wayne's family at our over-the-top shrines, Belushi's journey to an undisclosed resting place was prompted by a different, but equally fervent manifestation of fan adoration. Following his untimely death in 1982 from a drug overdose, Belushi was initially interred in a marked grave on Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts. The site, intended as a place of reverence and remembrance, soon became a victim of the very adoration it attracted. He was found dead on March 5, 1982, aged 33, in a bungalow at the Chateau Marmont Hotel in West Hollywood. Adoring but inconsiderate fans transformed the grave into a litter-strewn and shrine-laden spectacle, compromising the dignity intended for the final resting place of a comedic legend. Distressed by the desecration of her late husband's grave, Belushi's wife made a discreet decision to protect his memory and find a more peaceful resting place within the same cemetery. The exact location of this undisclosed spot remains a closely guarded secret, allowing Belushi's family and a select few to pay their respects away from the prying eyes of overzealous fans. The move serves as a poignant reminder of the delicate balance between public admiration and the private grief of those who mourn Belushi's passing. The tale of John Belushi's final resting place reflects the complex relationship between celebrities and their fans. While admiration and affection are genuine expressions of appreciation, the boundaries between honoring a public figure and respecting their personal space can sometimes blur. In Belushi's case, the decision to relocate his remains was a quiet but powerful assertion of control over the narrative surrounding his memory, ensuring that his final resting place remains a sanctuary rather than a spectacle. For those who wish to pay their respects to the comedic genius, the headstone bearing John Belushi's name stands as a symbolic touchpoint, a place where fans can reflect on his contributions to laughter and entertainment. Yet, the man himself lies hidden in a tranquil corner of Martha's Vineyard, his exact location veiled in secrecy, a final act of privacy in a life that had been lived under the scrutiny of fame. On number 01 is Roy Orbison. The Hollywood Walk of Fame is a testament to the stars who have graced the entertainment industry, and among those celebrated names is the iconic "Oh, Pretty Woman" singer Roy Orbison. However, the tale of Orbison's final resting place is one that veers away from the typical Hollywood narrative. While a star on the Walk of Fame adorns the bustling sidewalks, a gravestone for the rock and roll legend has been a slower and more complex process. In 1988, Orbison, renowned for his soul-stirring voice and timeless hits, passed away unexpectedly from a heart attack at 52. His swift interment took place at the Westwood Village Memorial Park and Mortuary, a go-to burial ground for numerous celebrities. However, unlike his contemporaries who found eternal rest beneath marked headstones, Orbison's final resting place lacked a distinctive marker for an extended period. The delay in commemorating the Pretty Woman warbler's grave was rooted in familial intentions. Initially, the family harbored plans to relocate Orbison, prompting them to postpone the installation of a marker. Unfortunately, as often happens with well-intentioned plans, the relocation never came to fruition, leaving the legendary musician in an unmarked spot. Ironically, Roy Orbison shares his resting place with megastars like Natalie Wood and Marilyn Monroe at the Westwood Village Memorial Park and Mortuary. The cemetery, with its notable occupants, has become a pilgrimage site for celebrity grave enthusiasts, creating a unique juxtaposition where Orbison, the man behind some of the most beloved rock and roll melodies, lies in quiet proximity to Hollywood's eternal luminaries. As time unfolded, the process of memorializing Orbison's grave gained momentum. The significance of honoring the singer's legacy through a tangible marker became apparent. In a fitting tribute to his enduring impact on music, the installation of a headstone was finally set in motion, bringing closure to a chapter that had long remained incomplete. While the Hollywood Walk of Fame immortalizes the public achievements of stars, the process of commemorating a final resting place reflects the intricate intersection of personal wishes, familial decisions, and the passage of time. For Roy Orbison, the slow unveiling of a headstone serves as a poignant reminder that even in the realm of eternal stardom, the journey from Walk of Fame to a marked grave can be a nuanced and deliberate process. Stay tuned as we unveil the secrets behind this elusive resting place. But first, if you enjoy uncovering the untold stories of famous figures, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your fellow history enthusiasts.